What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back to talk about a video all about the T did on Kenya Moore, basically regretting flirting with Apollo Nida. Y'all know Apollo Nida is Phaedra's ex-husband, honey, okay? Also, Mark Daly, I reported in the community tab that he has a new reality show. Ain't that about a bitch? Mark, you didn't even want to be on Housewives, honey. You didn't even want to be there for your wife. So what you doing in reality TV, honey? Okay. But Mark said, honey, I got bills and Kenya is not willing to pay my bills. So I got to get my ass out here and get my own show, honey. Okay. So I'm going to play some clips from the All About the Tea video where they actually have a panel discussion. That way we can get other points of view, other perspectives. And then, you guys, I will be in and out with my commentary. And really quickly, honey, before we get started, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, honey, to the YouTube channel. What you waiting on, honey? Okay, you know you keep bringing your ass back over here. Okay, you know you want to hear what Miss Robinson got to say about the people, so make sure you all do that. Now, without further ado, honey, let's get to it.
Moore regrets flirting with Apollo. Okay? We all saw it. It was season 6, I believe, when Kenya came on, and she came on heavy. And, you know, she was shamelessly flirting with a married man in front of his wife's face. She is now finally admitting that she did flirt with him, because for quite some time she was saying it never happened, right? But she regrets behaving inappropriately in front of Phaedra's ex-husband. Why don't I just stop right there? Plaz, we know you are Team Twirl. What are your thoughts?
I am Team Twirl. I have been for a very, very long time. However, I'm glad Kenya made the right decision. Back then, I think once you've been through a marriage, you look at things in a different light. So I think she's had some time to reflect. And she made her apology, but also Kenya isn't silly. She's not dumb. She plays chess, not checkers. I definitely think this is strategic. I think she's trying to create some type of other alliance. But I'm glad that she womaned up and made that apology. People have been holding that against her for years, and I am of the mindset that it takes two to tango. Like we talked yesterday about the patriarchy. I'm always insulted that women always seem to go after the other woman and not their husband. So those were my thoughts back then. Those are still my thoughts. Apollo went on to lie on Kendra.
Really quickly, you guys, I'm going to interrupt her. Hell, honey, where does Miss Robinson start? Kenya was very inappropriate with Phaedra's husband. Let's start right there. You got in your confessional, Kenya, and said, Apollo, he's kind of fine. And I recently just talked about it in my Housewives video where people was commenting on Drew's husband. You guys, I know I'm very liberated on this channel, but I just feel like, when you're in the company of somebody, you should not be making comments about their husband. I don't care how good their body is. Like us as vloggers, we can kind of talk our shit in our videos. To me, that's different, but I'm never going to, in front of another woman's husband, be touching all on his muscles and doing all that type of shit. Kenya said that shit about Apollo, talking about how fine he was in the confessional, and then she's always smiley and giddy, and then what does she do next? Pushed him into the pool that made him retaliate. He didn't have to retaliate, but he did. You started it, okay? And even before she had said something about him being so fine, in scenes with Phaedra and Apollo, I remember she was like helping them with that workout DVD. She would be saying, you and Apollo need to role play, and you got him as a husband, and you ain't role playing with him. Inappropriate. And this is my thing, and I've seen another woman in life act like Kenya, where they're so flirty with everybody's man, but when the shit happens to them, when the shit hits the fan for them, all of a sudden they got a problem with their man cheating. What you put out into the world is what you get back, okay? And Mark ended up cheating on her and flirting and still talking to his exes, rightfully fucking so. What did you think was gonna happen? You thought that you was gonna flirt on national TV with this woman's husband. I don't give a damn if Apollo is a criminal or this, that, and the third. A lot of y'all Team Twirl, y'all like to go off on that tangent. Well, Apollo ain't perfect, and Apollo, I don't give a damn. He was somebody else's husband. He was not Kenya's man. So the shit was inappropriate, okay? But who did we see crying years later to Candy and Cynthia? Well, he's, messing around with some woman. He's still talking to her, and she wants to keep the sex going. See, that's why you always have to watch how you treat people in this life, okay? Like I always say, whatever you put out there is what you go get back. So be positive, be respectful, and stop thinking you can be disrespectful just because you some damn villain of a show. Life doesn't give a damn about that. Okay, so yeah, Kenya got her karma. Definitely. If I'm not mistaken, didn't she apologize to Phaedra back then? But all of a sudden you apologize and now make it make sense. It's not, but like Nene said a long time ago about Kenya is very strategic. Even this girl, this Team Twirl, she's recognizing that Kenya is very strategic, and there is a reason why she's speaking out on her regretting flirting with Apollo. So I don't know what that's about. They tell about Kenya and Phaedra are friends on Instagram. That ain't shit. That's very superficial. That doesn't mean they're going to be besties. So I don't know. I just hope they get Phaedra's ass back on the show. I think she could really save the show.
Kenya, excuse me. And when he lied on her, no one seemed to care. He came back and apologized, but still it was Kenya's fault. So
really quickly, I have to comment on that while, she's talking about it. This is what I'm saying, right? Kenya started that shit. Everybody saw her being inappropriate. When they went on that vacation, I forgot where the hell they went. But y'all know the first vacation that Kenya and Portia and Cordell and Walter, Nene, Greg, Candy, Todd, all of them was in Anguilla. Yeah, because that's where Cynthia and Peter, renewed their vows or whatever. When they were all on vacation, everybody, all the ladies picked up on Kenya's flirtatious behavior with Apollo, okay? Like I said it before, she started that. She created that environment. She gave all the women that type of impression about her. She even went up to Phaedra and Apollo. This is not hearsay. This is not a rumor. There is literally footage of her going up to Phaedra and Apollo and asking Phaedra who would she have a threesome with her husband with, and Phaedra was like, if you don't get the F out of my face, girl, I don't play like that. I don't want to share my man with somebody else. And Kenya was like, no, it's just for fun. And Phaedra was like, I don't feel like having sex with my man and another woman, one of my homegirls, I don't consider that to be fun. So you created the environment, and now you want to cry wolf because, yeah, Apollo lied. Yes, that was messed up for Apollo to lie, but a lie is believable only when there's so much truth, right? It seemed believable. That's why Apollo did that shit. He got his ass at that reunion and, tried to really make it look like she was trying to get at him. And a lot of us did believe it because of Kenya's foundational behavior. She laid the bricks, okay, for us to even think that way, okay? So yeah, Apollo lied, but you cry wolf and everybody thinks I'm a whore and everybody believes him. Yes, because you started something, baby girl, you can't finish. Okay, so your behavior, what do I always say on this channel? Your behavior reflects your intentions, and you were flirting with that man, so hell yeah, he can get at the reunion and say, yeah, I was out in LA or whatever at the Beverly, Wilshire or whatever, and I ran into her and she was trying to get at me and she said, I will do to you what your wife won't do. All of that shit sounded believable because of your behavior. Period. I don't care if you team twirl or not. The truth is the truth. Okay? So that is why, if you don't want to be called a whore, and she went on a rampage when everybody kept thinking of her, as a whore. If it looked like a duck, if it quacked like a duck, baby, it's a duck. Okay, you acted like a whore. You will always look like a whore when you are flirting with somebody else's man. And a lot of people will say, well, Apollo flirted back, and he wants to be with Kenya, and he's so attracted to her. She's so beautiful, and we're not even gonna get off into that. Like I said before, I think she's attractive, but to me, y'all make it look like she is just this gorgeous goddess, and she is not. Her attitude is what really makes her look bad. Really, she is an attractive woman, I give her that, but none of that being attractive shit really matters if your attitude sucks, if you putting out all this bad energy. Ain't nobody giving a damn about that. Okay?
Oh, I just think it's another episode of damned if she do, damned if she don't. People still gonna say, well, it took her too long to apologize, girl, whatever. She did it.
And she shouldn't have done it in the first place. What kind of...
That's right. I gotta agree with the lady Monica. Normally, y'all know I don't see it for her, but she's correct.
What kind of woman are you? All up in a married man's face talking about he fine. Bishop, sound off. What are your thoughts on Kenya finally apologizing a million years later?
I was like, okay. I thought she already did that. I thought she did that season 7 at the reunion. But what do I know? But she even said, she admitted that she was wrong during the reunion. I'm like, why are you doing this again now? But we all know why. Hi, Candy.
Right. Yep. Shanitra, sound off. What are your thoughts on Kenya's late apology?
Strategic, very strategic, and just, typical Kenya. You're not sorry. You're after something. If you were sorry, you would have never been flirting with that woman's husband. And I think another part of it is maybe it hit home for her since she was pretending to have a husband that didn't want her.
Come on, sis.
With other people. So I think it hit home, and she felt like, well, I don't want people to feel sorry for me.
Yeah.
This no good man. So let me try to apologize for when I was stepping on people's toes with their husbands.
Schoolboy, sound off. What are your thoughts?
Karma's a biatch. Old boy out here, with his other family or whoever he with, Kenya apologizing, like everybody said, she apologized in season 7 reunion. Okay, her and Phaedra have been talking and being friends for the last 2 months. If everybody ended up paying attention to the blogs, so it's strategic. It's pissing off her little friend over there, Candy, one of the smalls.
Not one of the smalls. You already remember the talls versus the small season 4. I loved it.
Better way to get back at your so-called friend that talked about your so-called missing donation and everything else that has went on, and Candy Coated Click over there hating So, of course, she had to go and hit her in the gut because everybody knows Apollo is really ready to get back on there so he can air out Tommy Pickles Todd and his wife and all of their escapades. So, I say bring her back so we can get to this ish.
Yeah. Marcella, what are your thoughts on Kenya's apology?
Listen, she don't mean it. I feel she doesn't mean it because, first of all, she knew that Apollo was not Phaedra's boyfriend. She knew that was her husband. And Kenya was so desperate that she just hired guys to be with her. She was trying to get at it. And he was about it too. He was going to be with her if they could get away. So I don't think her apology is good. I think that she just want to get back at Candy about the donation, being with Portia.
Now, what do y'all think about that? Do y'all really feel like Kenya is trying to get back at Candy for the donation comments? And actually, it was Don Juan that was speaking on behalf of Candy. So let me know, how you guys feel about that.
And everything else, and that she is trying to get Apollo back on that show some type of way so that they can punish. It's either Phaedra she wants back on that show or she wants Apollo. Anything to blow the candle off of Candy.
I like that. Pamela, thank you so much for the super chat. She says she haven't learned yet because she is doing the same to Drew's husband. Yeah, good point. Yeah, she's making comments about his physique and stuff, and it's just all inappropriate. You don't do that. You don't do that to a married man.
Now, really quickly, I had somebody come at me in the comments about Portia commenting on Drew's husband, and basically they were trying to say, oh, well, she was just admiring his body, and, I get it. I get it. And the only reason why it was okay for Portia to kind of do that was because Drew was kind of smiley and laughing about it. But still, to me as a woman, you don't be... I don't know, that's something that you kind of keep in your head. Do you see what I'm saying? I know this shit all the time when I'm outside, but it stays in my head. I don't think to say it because I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want anybody to think I'm checking out their man or, I get on my soapbox and talk my shit on my show, rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? I'm a blogger. I'm going to say my opinion, who look good, who don't, who got a nice body, who don't, this, that, and the third. We all do that. But I can never imagine myself being in front of somebody and kind of feeling on. And I think it hits me a different way because I had a boyfriend with a really nice body, 6-pack, muscles, everything. And women would get around me and, oh, damn, he got a nice ass body. Damn, he this, he that. I never liked that. I didn't. And I'm not mad that they saw him, looking good or thought his body was nice. I just felt like those are inappropriate comments you keep to yourself when you are in the front of somebody else's man. That's just how I see it. It's disrespectful. And a lot of women, they know damn well, they wouldn't like that, if the shoe was on the other foot.
Jamal says, is Kenya apologizing because Phaedra may be coming back? Let's keep our fingers crossed. I hope so. Because Plez made a very good point. Kenya plays chess, not checkers. She is extremely strategic and calculated. Okay? And she just doesn't do things to do it. There's some ulterior motive behind this apology. So Kenya and Phaedra started off friendly, but their relationship took a nosedive after a disagreement over dueling workout donkey booty videos. Y'all remember that? They were just, it was a mess. Fine body, donkey booty versus Kenya's video. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a big old war they had. Then things got worse after Kenya was accused of flirting with Apollo and Antigua. Remember that? He picked her up and threw her in the pool. And then she asked Phaedra if she could choose a friend to have a threesome with her and Apollo, who would she choose? Y'all remember that?
What did I just tell y'all? How inappropriate that was, child.
Mm-hmm.
Just so inappropriate. I mean, who does that? You know? And then Kenya was accused of coming on to Apollo by text message during season 5 reunion, and Apollo fired back saying that Kenya had propositioned him for sex in Los Angeles when they were both staying at the same hotel.
Bloop! Didn't I just tell y'all about that?
Kenya denied the allegations. Then Kenya and Phaedra's friendship never recovered after that, despite Kenya's apology for speaking to Apollo one-on-one and flirting with Apollo on a cash trip in Antigua. She did apologize, but it just, it fell on deaf ears. Phaedra at that point wasn't trying to hear it. Then Kenya threw Cynthia Bailey's a divorce party. Remember that? And Phaedra got upset because it was a divorce party for Cynthia and Phaedra. Phaedra didn't like the idea because she felt like Kenya was throwing her, her ruined marriage in her face. She didn't like it. She took it as an insult. Then in 2014, Apollo finally confessed that he lied about the text messages and Kenya coming on to him. But that was right before he was going to prison. I think he was just trying to make amends for all his wrongdoings.
Now, really quickly, I want to interrupt her. What did y'all think about that divorce party that took place in season 9 that Kenya threw for Phaedra? Did you feel like she was being shady? I don't know. I forgot really how I felt. I just always felt like it was wrong for Kenya to flirt with Phaedra's husband. But I also felt like at that time, wasn't they kind of being cool? They was trying to get over their issues, and Phaedra was just I was just really, I don't know. I was confused by Phaedra's behavior. And y'all know I like Phaedra, but I was just like, why are you this upset about it? But, in Phaedra's defense, she began telling Kenya that, well, you had a lot to do with the demise of my marriage. You were flirting with my husband in front of my face. And it wasn't all of Kenya's fault, that Phaedra and Apollo broke up. Of course not. But I think Phaedra just felt a way that maybe it was Kenya. Please weigh in on that, you guys, down in the comments. How did you feel about Kenya throwing Phaedra the divorce party back in season 9? Did you feel like it was inappropriate or disrespectful to Phaedra? Let me know how you guys feel about that.
Shanitra, let's sound off about that.
Well, I didn't believe Apollo. I didn't believe him one bit. I think he took it back. It could have been about making amends, but I think more than anything, it was about sticking it to Phaedra. Honestly. You know what I'm saying? I believe those text messages happened. It went down just like he said initially. He took it back to get at Phaedra. And then I'm going to tell you something else I thought about. I think the other purpose behind Kenya's strategy, not only probably, low-key hoping that Apollo and Phaedra may come back on the show, but I think the other issue is she wants to use this fake bad divorce as a storyline, and she knows it's going to flop because nobody cares. Like, that man could have drugged her down, Main Street, USA, and nobody cares. Like, Kenya has been so disrespectful and nasty about other people's relationships that, he could literally set her on fire almost. And, the fire department might show up, they might not.
I like this lady, Sinitra, you guys. She is funny. She also is featured on Michelle Atley and Brown's channel. Shout out to my girl, Michelle, over there doing her thing, honey. I really like Sinitra.
So she's trying to garner sympathy.
Not set her on fire, Sinitra.
Almost. I'm not saying he could really get away with it, but he could come close.
Oh my God, Schoolboy. That's funny. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I just feel like even though, you know, a smidget part of me, I guess that's the woman part of me, because, you know, most of the time I live my life as a whole ninja. You know, I that part of me, that little part in there, you know, wants me to feel sorry for Kenya. I really do. But then at the same time, I know the things that Kenya has done. And it's like karma never has an expiration date. They don't tell you when it's going to come back and get you. It'll get you 5 years from now, 10 years from now. It'll sometimes come and get your kids if it can't get you. So, I mean, I just, you know, Kenya needs to take this as a lesson to really get herself together, so that she can be a productive citizen and really do find somebody that really wants to be with her. Unfortunately, she's taking the L on national TV. And, you know, people, you know, of course, Team Twirl, you know, y'all out there, because y'all be up in my comments. They really, you know, y'all really be going hard for your girl. And I respect it. But at the same time, you know, your girl done did some foul-ish out here.
That's right.
She's going to have to go on and take them L's.
Yep.
Like everybody else. Take them lumps. And learn from your lumps and get on. But, you know, he you know, at this point, I don't think, ain't nobody giving too much sympathy from what I've seen on the internet.
Let me go on and read the apology. So, and I quote, Kenya appeared on Wendy Williams. She did an interview with Wendy Williams. And here's what she had to say. She goes, I think I could have just distanced myself from Apollo altogether, not been so chummy, especially when it bothered his wife. She knew that back then, so why do it? You know, it was her first season, and, you know, like Plus says, Kenya is the queen of shenanigans. She knows how to get some camera time. She wasn't married, she didn't have any kids, so she would have to be the whole show, and she gave us a show. It's fallen on deaf ears for me. I feel like the show needs to go in a new direction. They're thinking about bringing Phaedra back. Apollo's moving to Atlanta. That's not all a coincidence now. People have been telling Andy Cohen for years, bring Phaedra back. Candy is grasping at straws. She's now attacking her friend Kenya. Things are, we can see the shift. You know, we're not stupid, Andy Cohen. Marcella, what are your thoughts?
I'm going to tell you something. I'm not that fond of Kenya, but I love her wits, her intelligence. Kenya loves yellow men. She had Walter, Apollo, Mark, all these, her best friend, yellow. Kenya has created a wedding, right? She got the dress. She got how the ceremony gonna be. She don't care what man is standing next to her. Long as a man. But I believe in my soul that Kenya is going to find love when she bats for the other team. She need her a woman up in there. That's my opinion.
Oh, shit. She promoting her and LaToya, honey, being two lesbians, honey.
That's when she's going to finally have love. I think
all these people are shady. Candy and Todd don't want no felon friends. They talking about Apollo. Shady boots.
Kenya just wanted a child to love her. She's gotten that. She's gotten her home. She got her home. Her happiness is not a man. She doesn't want anybody to control her. That apology was not sincere. Kenya has a reason for trying to knock Candy out the box, because then she would definitely be the queen bee of the real HOA. But she's going to find love, but it's going to be with a woman. I predict that. I believe that.
What are your thoughts on that? Plaz, a woman, and Kenya? You think so?
No. It's not going to work. She has too many woman issues from her mother. They'll be pulling and clawing each other's hair out. It won't work.
That's an interesting point of view. What do you guys think of that?
Nothing will work until she goes and gets the therapy and takes it seriously that she needs.
That's right.
But like I said, this is ultimate strategy. We always talk about how the show is dying. What else will make people tune in other than seeing a Phaedra Parks and Kenya Moore reunion. Think about if they're the new Frigid Freck. That will drive people crazy. It'll definitely call people to tune in, baby. You can say you ain't gonna watch it, but you will.
I know I will, honey. Okay.
Whether you like Kenya or not, you love what she brings to the TV. You like to either talk about her like a dog or cheer her on. That's the only thing that's going on right now. Without her, the show is boring. I like Candy, but she's been on there now over 10 years. Everything has come full circle for her. These shows are about growth, maturation, and drama. Kenya brings the drama. Portia brings growth and maturity. Like I said, I really wish Tanya would stop pigeonholing herself. Tanya could be a fun girl, but everybody else can go, or the show itself can go. Honestly, they either need to recast or in all of the people, or get rid of the show, because it just doesn't work anymore. We're trying to bring in one person here, one person there, and lie about how you met the person.
Good points. Matt's crazy ass. Yeah, he was dark. Oh Lord, Matt Jordan. I remember him. I DM'd him 1 a.m. Years ago, and I was like, "Hey, Matt, I'd love to interview you." And he was like, "Will you pay me?"
Matt won his coins, honey. Okay.
And I was like, "Well, what are you looking for?" First he said 300, but I negotiated it down to 2. And
dollars?
Yeah. And I said, okay, well, what's your PayPal? Or back then it was PayPal. We didn't have Cash App. And I sent him the money, and he got on the phone with me immediately. And that was a good $200 spent, because he spilled all kinds of tea about Kenya.
Shit, I need to look that up. I want to see that interview, honey.
My goodness. I'll share that with y'all one day. I wrote blogs about it. It was back then.
Dig into the vault. We want
yes.
Something else. He was so crazy.
Miss Robinson want to sip that tea, honey. Okay, come on, Matt, with your crazy ass. Matt was crazy. Okay, Matt made Kenya look normal.
Oh, he's so crazy.
Stop teasing me.
Well, one of the stories, I wrote blogs about it. If you go to the blog, allaboutthetea.com, y'all can see. But one of the stories back then is when Kenya was cheating on Matt with Mark, because the relationships overlapped, right?
Ooh.
Mark was acting crazy, and Kenya wanted to get out of it. She had met Mark and everything, and she was sleeping with Mark and still sleeping with Matt.
Oh, Kenya, I ain't mad at you. Kenya was getting a little over here and getting a little over there, honey. Everybody's happy.
Same time. And Crazy D, ooh, child, Crazy D. She liked that Crazy D. She really did.
Yeah, remember that one time Matt and Kenya had a scene, and he was like, yeah, we had sex in my truck the other night. I was like, oh shit. Think this was season 9. Kenya looked embarrassed that he put her out on Front Street, honey. I got my life off of that.
Broken Crazy D is some good D now. Y'all all...
That is, I know. Child, it'd be hard to leave that good D alone. Okay? It'd be hard to leave a man they got some good D, honey. Okay? You'd be like, just don't fuck up today. Okay? Just because I got to keep getting it, honey.
Oh, know that. You have to admit.
The same thing with Kitty. Crazy Kitty.
Well, you know how it is when a man is really broke. He has got to put his all into the set.
That's right.
That's all he got going for him.
Yeah.
He's gonna put his spirit and his soul into the set. So that's why you have to avoid men that's cursed with poverty. But I heard that Kenya was still after the boy Matt, even after she broke up with him, because he was dating a young in Atlanta who is a plastic surgery concierge who's nameless, and was going around making comments about this girl, harassing this girl and everything about that same little crazy boy that she claimed to be afraid of.
I remember that girl. She's a real big booty. Like a real big booty. Mm-hmm.
Do you have a photo?
He nasty. You guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right there. Tune in for part 2 of this video, honey. It looked like they spilling all types of tea, honey, on Real Housewives of Atlanta and Kenya Moore, honey. Don't forget, you guys, to like, comment, and subscribe, honey. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.